Hello everybody, it's Cobalt here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I have 5 brand new customs to show you that are all up for sale currently in my eBay shop. Once again, as always, there is a link in the description so you can buy all of them, and there's also a link to my Etsy shop where you can purchase commissions from me. So basically, if there's a very specific design that you want me to turn into a custom, you can buy that and I will make it for you. And without further ado, let's get right on into the video. I've made like 50 of these videos, so by now you should all know the drill. These are all the customs that I showed in previous videos that have not been sold yet. If you want to know about any of them more in depth, you can go watch the previous videos where I talk more about them. As for the new customs, going in order from how soon I finish them, the first one we're starting off with is this collie. As you can see, it is just a simple repaint, and I just wanted to play around with these caramel colors that I have because I thought that they looked really nice together. And although it is a simple repaint, I wanted to make the design a bit more interesting than I feel like I normally do, so I incorporated this swirl design into the face. I think my favorite part of this custom is definitely the eyes. I think that the green color complements really well with the brown, and I really like the shading that I added in them. The next custom is another collie, but this one actually has sculpted parts. I feel like it's been a while since I've made customs for sale with sculpted stuff, but as you can see, I sculpted the hair, I sculpted these little eyebrows, and I sculpted the extra fluff on the cheeks that kind of forms a heart shape. There's a bit of fluff on the ears as well that I sculpted. So all the sculpting is just on the head, there's nothing sculpted on the body, and the clay that I use for this custom is epoxy sculpt. So originally I didn't have a serious plan with this custom, I just wanted to add some extra fur to it, but when I started painting it, I realized that this fur pattern here made a heart shape, so I decided to make a heart themed design. So as you can see, there's the 2 hearts on the face. There's a little heart freckle on the nose, which I thought would be a cute idea to add. I also ended up painting the pink part on the underside of the ears, which I think just makes collie customs a lot more cute to look at. There's also a heart here on the ear, there's an upside down heart on the neck, and there's a really tiny heart right there on the side. This one I actually painted its paws, it has little pink paws. The next custom is another simple repaint, this time with a Cocker Spaniel base. I just wanted to use these cotton candy colors and sort of make a cotton candy themed design, so it's pink and blue, and I wanted to use a lot of circular shapes. Nothing too much to say about this one. Now we're getting into some more interesting customs. I feel like the only time that I ever sell super intricate looking customs with like a lot of details and sculpted stuff is when I make the custom for like a theme in one of the collab accounts that I'm in on Instagram. But this time I decided to just make a fancy custom to sell. I was inspired by a couple of commissions that I've done recently that had a lot of blue and orange colors and a bunch of cool horns. My one mistake was adding all the stripes on the horns. They do look very cool, but they're a bit messy because I'm really bad at painting stripes. But I sculpted all of the horns. It has 4 big horns on the head, and then there are 3 little horns that are more like spikes that go onto the back. I also sculpted this gem here on the front, and then I sculpted this big feathery tail. And if you've seen the Owl House, the gem, the way that I painted it is definitely inspired by that show. But I think my favorite part of this custom is definitely the eyes. I wanted to make some really cool looking eyes, and I think that I definitely accomplished that. I also love how shiny they are. Of course, the horns are also shiny, and so is the gem. And I just wanted to incorporate a lot of blue and orange colors because I think those colors look really nice together. There's also a very subtle gradient on the body. And speaking of the Owl House, here is the final custom for this video. It is a custom of the character V from Season 2 and Season 3 of the Owl House. This is actually a remake of a custom that I made before. So on the screen, you can see an image of the one that I've already made. That custom has also been sold, so I decided to make another one to sell. I really like this character's design, and I have these colors of paint that I feel like works really well. And I also think that a seal base, which is what this custom is made from, is the perfect base for the character. With the original custom, I didn't really sculpt too much on the body. V has a very long body because she's like a sea serpent. For that one, I pretty much only utilized the seal's tail. This one, I resculpted its entire body and gave it a really big tail. Again, this is all sculpted with epoxy sculpt. I didn't use any Negatide for the customs in this video, but I sculpted the hair on top of her head. I sculpted her ears. I sculpted her tail and all the parts of the tail, like the fins, the final tail fin, and this little ring thing that she has on her tail. I also sculpted this little part right here as well. But I think her tail looks really awesome. I really love the way that the final fin looks, and this custom is definitely an improvement. You can see there's a lot of similarities because I wanted to keep the same sort of thing, but it's still improved even though I only made that other custom like a couple months ago. I'm thinking about maybe making a listing on my Etsy where I could do pre-mades for this custom, where it's like made to order. You want a specific custom of V, you order it, and then I make a custom that looks exactly like this. I don't know if I will end up doing that, but if that's something you'd be interested, let me know down in the comments. Alright guys, so those are all the customs currently up for sale in my eBay shop this week. Again, there's only 5 new ones, but I wanted to put a lot more effort into these customs and make them more interesting to look at and have more production value. So these customs, some of them will be a bit more expensive than normal, but I hope you guys understand. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is to buy a custom from me or commission me for something. Again, links to all of that stuff is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!